Hello again and welcome to Paul's Racing Channel and to the Ultimate Racing League. So we're at the final round now of our League 1 GR3 Championship, and it's taken us a little while to get here, but we've made it, and we're down in New South Wales in Australia at Bathurst at Mount Panorama. So one of the most iconic racetracks there are in the world. Home of one of the greatest racing events that there is, the V8 Supercars Bathurst Special 1000. So let's go through this grid then. Going into this one, we know that going into this one we've got Thomas, Roger and Dyson fighting it out for these top three spots. So whether this last round can make a difference, I think Thomas may well have just about done enough to clinch that title. But here we go, going into this one, here we go with the grid. So we've got Wadru in pole position, Incy in second, Love Rockets in third, Thomas fourth, Chand in fifth, Miles sixth, Flash in seventh, Dyson in eighth, Paul in ninth, Alex 10th, Grasshopper 11th, Chuck 12th, Molson 13th and Jerry in 14th. So here we go for the second to last time in this championship. Watch those lights. And away we go, early morning here. So sun just about coming up, and the guys with their lights on as we come round turn one, and now up Mountain Straight, sorry. Love Rocket got up into second place, Incy and Thomas fighting it out there in third, and fourth place Incy up the inside. Thomas sporting that new livery here for this final round, lovely gold colour on that Mustang. It gets there ahead of Incy though, up into third place, so Thomas has moved up a spot. Incy fourth, heading up the next group with Chand in fifth, Mars sixth. Getting a bit close up there at the cut-in, and the guys are all nicely through there, I believe. Dyson up into eighth place, little gap back then to Paul in ninth, and then right behind him we've got Chuck in 10th place. Another one with another colour on the NSX. He's had a few changes in this championship along with his teammate Molson. There he is, not like that brown kind of turd colour car this time, with the blue wheels as they come through up the top of the skyline and through the dipper into the elbow. And there's Alex, another one. A lot of cars sporting new liveries. Lovely silver one there. So the two Mustang boys going with the gold and the silver. So very nice indeed. Grasshopper all the way back to 13th. So not a great start by him. And then Jerry, well, he started at the back and he's still way at the back. So he must have had a moment because there's a long way back behind all those guys. But Wadru then pulling away in that Supra as he comes down to the final corner, and there's lap one out of the way. Love Rocket under pressure from, well, the rest really, I was going to say from Thomas, but to be fair, it's not that far, and Chan's there as well, so it's all very close. Flash also in the mix. There's Chan and another silver car, so silver, flavour of the week this time. Lovely set in here. Just watch out for the kangaroos as Chan goes up the inside of Incy. Will he? No. Had a look at it. Didn't quite get it done. I thought against it as Wadru disappears out of shot. And then we've got Love Rocket still holding off Thomas. And Incy into the cutting. And difficult if you get that wrong. Back end can just lose it there. You could be facing the other way if you're not careful. Especially here with this track, with the temperature just getting up to temperature now on the circuit, but obviously the temperature outside in the air is still trying to warm up. Oh, and who was that going a bit? Moz going a bit wide there. Dyson's going to have a look. No, and then we've got Paul and Chuck still behind them. There's Dyson. Oh, and that's getting close up there, but all clean. Nicely through there. So we watch these boys hurtle down into Forest Elbow, and again all clean. Oh, moment from Chuck there. That was a big moment from Chuck. Back end just nearly lost it there. Don't want to be losing it there at the elbow. been a fantastic championship. As Moss and Dyson battle it out up here. I think Dyson's got him. He did. Ran the outside. I think actually Dyson gets 7th place off of Moss, and Moss back to 8th. Now under pressure from Paul now. Coming down into the final corner for the second time. Up round turn 1. Pretty static, but all in a big line. What a shot that was, looking up. Look at that, looking up mountain straight. It's Chuck, and then Alex has moved up ahead of Molson into 11th, Molson 12th, Grasshopper 13th, Jerry we know in 14th, just coming round turn 1 now. Wadru coming up through the cutting on his own. He's wants to get a few points here ahead of Thomas, although Thomas has made his way up into second, so if he stays like this he won't be gaining that many more points, probably not enough to take the lead in the championship. Thomas dominant, could win his second consecutive championships as Love Rocket at the moment gets himself on the grass. I think he might have lost a spot to Incy as well at that point, did well to control it. But got himself on the grass up there at Skyline. Could have been disaster. Oh, and that's Incy, and he has lost it at the elbow. Fortunately though, he's out of harm's way of everybody, just stays out the way. Or does he? Oh, and he's come back in front of his teammate of all people. So the two Supras, that wasn't great. The two Supras, he gets that 12th place ahead of his Grasshopper, acknowledges it with the hazard lights flash, but was a bit of unsafe entry back onto the track, but lost a lot of places there obviously. Jerry didn't take advantage of it either. He's a long way back is Jerry here in race 1. Had a terrible championship really by his standards. Wadru on the other hand, well I guess by his standards it is quite terrible because he's not actually leading the championship. Normally he would be, but second at the moment, but first on track at the moment. And Thomas pulling away now from Love Rocket, who's got himself back up to 3rd. Actually that was because of Incy's off, wasn't it? Chand moved up to 4th then, so everyone gains a place. Love Rocket 3rd, Chand 4th, and Flash and Dyson now. Dyson putting the pressure onto the back of Flash. So hurtle up here into the cutting. Oh, and I think that was Flash who just touched the wall, and again he was banging both sides of the walls there, lucky to get away with it. And again, and Dyson, there's nowhere to go, it's a very hard track to pass. You've got limited places where you can make a clean pass here, and these boys are going to be queuing up behind him if he carries on slowing himself down by hitting the walls. As we watch Dyson, oh, and Moz, that was close into the back of Dyson. I think he's alright. Oh, he might have had a bit of a touch. Dyson went sideways, not sure, or was it just through the dipper himself that he made a mistake? Either way, maybe it was, because Moz isn't waiting, so maybe it was something that Dyson done in his own. Dyson now going to try and get that 6th place back again though. Here he is, sheer power of that full GT as he goes round the outside of him and through into the chase. Gets it done, 6th for Dyson. On 7th then, that battle's going to carry on, isn't it? 8th for Paul. Slowly chipping away, but at the moment can't be getting any better than that at the moment. There's Alex in 9th. So Alex, where's Chuck gone? Chuck has disappeared. He's gone behind Molson, so he's had a moment, missed it on camera. He's gone behind his teammates of the two NSXs, 10th and 11th. So Chuck, another one who's had a below par championship by his standards, and Just goes to show how difficult and how competitive this league is. With Incy catching up onto the back of him, so he's got away from his teammate Grasshopper, who's in 13th, but trying to get back on with the rest of them after that. Off to 2 NXX. Oh, and that's Chand. And there you go. Chand's spun it and is in the way, right where you don't want to be, in the cutting, facing the other way. And fortunate, not for Grasshopper obviously, but fortunate for the other guys that they got through without touching him, because that could have been a big pile up there. Not the place you want to be turning round, coming round the corner, the left-hander, and then seeing a car. And now Chuck's lost it. Up the top, it's Skyline and through the dipper. Oh, and he's going to be careful, because he's going to be right in the way if he's not careful. He's trying to get the car straightened up. He's going to wait there. Chand goes past, and now he's going to wait. He's got no one else, so Chuck with a mistake, so a couple of errors there. 10 minutes in. So another mistake from Chuck, obviously made one previous to that, to put him behind his teammate, which we didn't see, but going from bad to worse. Jerry, well, he's gained a place, courtesy of Grasshopper there. Jerry up to 13 from Grasshopper, trying to recover from the collision with Chand. But Love Rocket here in second place. Wadru's gone, but Love Rocket got himself to second past Thomas. Now, did Thomas make a mistake? But whatever it is, Love Rocket, look at this, up into the second spot now. Where's Wadru? Oh, he's in the distance. All you can see is his lights going over the brow. And he's gone. So Love Rocket, he's going up through Quarry Bend. Wadru, so there's a long way ahead of him at the moment. Now, will Thomas have a look? Sure he will. Yeah, easy done. Up to second again. Oh, but he's running a bit wide. Love Rocket's going to bring it back. Thomas is on the inside though. Yeah, he gets it. There's the power of that Mustang. Ahead of that AMG. But Love Rocket, strong race. He's coming on strong at the end of this championship for sure. Certainly gelling with that Merc. Number 69. Dyson up to fourth, so he's getting through. Slowly making his way through. I say slowly every time, it's not slow, is it? You know, going at what, 140 mile an hour as they hit Skyline and into the dipper, but you know what I mean. Just making his way through the field nicely. Flash in fifth, Moz in sixth, so still kind of close here in the middle. Paul in seventh, and then Alex in eighth. So it's all pretty close. So we look back from Thomas actually. So it's pretty close. Alex there. So come through down Conrod Straight and into the chase. I actually quite like that silver on that Mustang, along with the gold as well, but that is quite nice with the green wheels. More Monster Energy Mustang. And Paul's at a moment now. Alex is surely going to have a go at him up here at turn one. He does, gets it done before he gets into the braking zone. Oh, Paul's not letting him have it though, but yeah, he's made it stick. There's Alex. So up to seventh, Paul down to eighth. Now what can Paul do? Can he retaliate and can he get that back up here? The right-hander. No, I can't see him going for it there. Tighter line from Paul. Alex a bit wider. Probably a little bit better from Paul there. Alex went a little bit wide. Got himself up on the curb. Just slowed him down now through the cutting. What's going to happen here? As I say, very difficult to control the back end of the cars coming around here. But they've done that nicely. Then Molson in ninth. Just caught the back end of that wall. No dramas though. And Incy back to 10th. And then Chand and Chuck battling it out here and back positions, 11th. Chand with his off. Chuck with his off. Jerry, we didn't say go off, but I'm pretty sure he must have. In fact, he was that far back. And Grasshopper, we know. So, 4 at the back all had offs. Pretty big ones at that. Back to our leader. And what a lead. Comes round the final corner to start lap 8. And he's got a big lead. He's got the lead. He's got the length for the entire start-finish straight. As we see Thomas in second, trying his best to get to him, but that is a big lead. And what are we? Well, pretty much halfway through this race now. So he's hoping for Wadru to make a mistake. As long as he keeps it clean, who knows? But he's pulling away now from Love Rocket, so he's got the hammer down as Thomas in second place. Remember, the car, they all seem to go a little bit more crazy, these drivers, knowing that it's the last round. It's all up for grabs, and to be honest, the car's not going to get used again, so they'll be straight in the garage and in the scrapyards after this. So they're not going to be worried about a few dents here and there. So we watch Thomas come through the cutting and then up into McPhillamy Park, Skyline, and through the dipper. Lovely shot there through McPhillamy, Skyline, and then down into this dipper. Love Rocket, oh, half-second penalty for Love Rocket, track limits. Dyson is close behind him, so he's going to lose, obviously, some time to Dyson here. So Dyson may not pass him, but he'll certainly be close to him. Depends on what sort of exit he gets out here. Pretty good one. So going to be getting that penalty off now. He's Love Rocket, he did. So not going to make too much difference. He might have the run on him. Let's see. As we watch Dyson now, trying everything he can to get onto the back, and he is onto the back of him, but he's going to run out of straight here because he's going to be coming into the chase. He's going to have to sit behind Love Rocket, but he's on him now. So he's gunning for this third place now. Is Dyson. Can he get him down here? He's going to have a look for sure. Oh, yeah, he did have a look. Thought second note against it, and just sit behind Love Rocket there. All the while, Moz even, is watching, breathe, waiting for a little mistake by the guys in front, although he's going to be hoping it's Dyson rather than his teammate Love Rocket, if I'm honest, but I don't suppose he really cares if he makes up 2 spots, regardless. And you've got Alex there, up over the brow, in 6th place. Just becoming a little isolated now, Alex. And then Paul in 7th, but he's under pressure from Incy. Well, he's under pressure from Incy, Flash, and Moulton actually. So Paul in 7th, Incy in 8th, as we watch him come through. Oh, Flash has gone wide, up onto the wall. That's going to allow Moulton to get past, he does. So Flash back to 10th, so Flash loves them walls through that section, that's for sure. But Incy trying his best to get onto the back of Paul here. Oh, it is close up there. You can go flat, just lift it there. Oh, Paul's gone out onto the grass. He's going to lose it to round the outside to Incy. Incy's gone straight on though, so Paul's going to have that 7th back. Did well to control it actually. Incy could have T-boned Paul there, but didn't. Oh, he gets half-second penalty though, and just as he gets that, he loses it. Right shot of the top of the mountain here. Look at this. But he needs to move out of the way soon before Chand comes round. And there he is. So that's going to drop him all the way back now. Incy. Chand's going to take him as well here. I'll say thank you very much. And I'll have a bit of 10th, thank you. And he says bye-bye as he goes past in that Viper. Another acknowledgement from the drivers there. Not much Incy could do really. He got that Big Viper getting through past you. Chuck in 12th. He's definitely isolated now. He's going away from the rest. He's got no one behind him. Jerry and Grasshopper, who's a long, long way back. In 13th and 14th, just have a quick look at them. There he is. There's Jerry in 13th coming down Conrod Straight now. And then Grasshopper just about coming down the start of Conrod Straight. So they're down that section. Whereas Wadru is coming up the top of the mountain through McPhillamy. So actually he's not that far off the back of this field, is he? I mean, he won't reach it unless there's a big mistake, but 20 minutes in, we'll put it past him, which has been absolutely exemplary through this first race. Not put a foot wrong from what we've seen anyway when the camera's been on him. Certainly had a bit of a rough start to the championship, didn't he, in that Supra? Getting the grits of it. Oh, Thomas had a moment. But, yeah, you can't say that he's not used to it now, Wadru. Dominant along with this guy, Thomas. He could be sporting that #1 plate again next season, the way things are looking. He'll settle for second for sure. Got his pretty much wrapped up anyway, the championship, so second to be good. Love Rocket still in third. He'll be happy with that. And I don't blame him. Third place, if he can stay there, gets himself on that podium here at one of the most challenging circuits there is on the calendar and in the world, I reckon. Get a podium here would be, would be really good. But Dyson might have a say in that. He's not a million miles off the back of Love Rocket, is him, with 10 minutes left. But there it is. Yeah, it looks does look possible, but we know it's difficult to pass around here. So, it's one thing catching him. Passing him's completely different. So cut up through Quarry Bend and up towards the cutting now for these boys. Dyson 4th, Moz 5th. And then Alex in 6th. Just seems to be getting a bit closer to Moz as well. So is there a 5th place for Alex here? He'll be hoping. He's got absolutely no pressure behind him from Flash, who's up into 7th now. There it is, and he's under pressure from Paul in 8th. See what happens. Oh, Flash goes straight on. Oh, and he's going to lose it. He just stays out of the way. You knew he was never going to make that corner. So he just waited, let Paul go. And another moment for Flash. That looks twitchy, doesn't it? Although Wadru seems to have it under control. Flash, on the other hand, certainly round here anyway, is and again very wide from Flash. Look at the car there. New shade of dent on that. He's trying to warm his tyres up from going off straight on up the top of Skyline. But whatever, he's in 8th. Molson in 9th. He's looking okay in 9th, isn't he? Not really been under any sort of difficulties, has he yet? I'm sure that's got on the back of his window though. Something about a grass. I can see the words grass on it, but don't know. Something is a grass. Can't see. I don't know what it is. DJ. DJ is a grass, it says on the window. I don't know who that was referring to, but obviously a tribute to someone. Chan in 10th place. I think as if you can see this one out now, Chan. Not really much you can do, although Incy is looking strong behind him. But Incy doesn't seem to be getting anywhere, does he? I think he makes a couple of places, then drops back down, so whether he keeps making mistakes I mean, he's putting a bit of pressure on Chand here at the moment in these last few minutes, but every time he looks like he's going forward, he then ends up going backwards. Incy, as he just catches the wall there. Chuck, you certainly want to forget this one, along with Grasshopper, who's made the place up on Jerry, who's clearly had another mistake somewhere. But all these guys here, Jerry there he is in 14th, they're all going to want to forget this race. See if they can do a little bit better in race 2 with the reverse grid. It will mean, of course, Jerry will be on pole position if it stays like this. So maybe that's what he's thinking. Do you know what, I'll stay here and then I'll be ahead of them going into turn 1. And someone will be at the back going into turn 1. Well, we might not be going back at turn 1, but he's certainly be at the back at the start of the race will be our friend Wadru, because with 5 minutes left, I don't see there being any other outcome in terms of who's going to win this race. Because at the moment, he hasn't even got to push it really. Thomas is obviously in second and he's pushing as hard as he can to catch him, but Wadru hasn't got to do anything stupid. Just take it easy now, really. Just be comfortable. Don't need to push and rev the crap out of that car. Just nice and easy. Look at that for a shot across Bathurst region. Lovely. There's Thomas. You can see the difference. He is pushing clearly. Wadru seems a little bit more flowing. Thomas is certainly on the edge, coming up through, down through the dipper. But he's got to be, because he wants to try and get closer to Wadru, but I think he might just left it too late as he hits Forrest's elbow now. Wadru, I don't think he's even in sight there, is he? Gone up over the top of the brow along Conrod. Love Rocket there, still in third, and he's going to be getting that third place, isn't he? I don't think Dyson's going to get him. I won't put the commentator's curse on that one now, but Love Rocket looks okay. So will Love Rocket get a podium here? Dyson's not far behind, but he hasn't really reduced that gap, has he, from when we last see him? So can Love Rocket hang on and get that third place? Dyson, can he get that third place off him? With 3 minutes left going into this one. These leaders will probably get, oh, down Love Rocket. Did I see him going a bit wide there? Did he lose a little bit of time? Well, maybe not. I've just got his back wheels on now, but looked like he just lost a fraction of time now. Moz in 5th, still under pressure from Alex, but not really. Alex a bit of curb there, not really got any closer there either. So these 4, as you were, Wadru with their fastest lap, 2:01.689. Oh, now Alex looks like he fancies it here. Well, not here at this precise moment, but fancies it on this lap. Now, let's see. Oh, that's a big hit. Now, that's not going to help him. And it's going to scratch all that silver paintwork as well. It's whether he can... Well, Moz actually looks like he's closing in on Dyson. Oh, and Alex has lost it. No, that's that then. Alex will settle for 6th place. Just lost it coming round there. Maybe just touched that brake and it just took him off to the left. 6th at the moment, then Paul in 7th. He's not going to catch him, and he's on his own a little bit now, is Paul. So we'll be having that by the looks of it. Molson in 8th, made up a spot. Chand back to 9th. Well, actually his Flash has gotten all the way back to 10th, so Flash ain't improving around this, is he, around here? Not one of his favourites, I don't think. He'd see in 11th, then we've got Chuck and 12th, Grasshopper 13th. As we watch our leader now, Wadru, coming round, or I say coming round, going up Mountain Straight for the final time. This is going to be a last lap for him, into the last minute now. Not all the drivers are going to get another lap in, most of them will. Obviously the stragglers at the back aren't. So Wadru in first, where's Thomas now? He's just coming up to the cut-in now, whereas Wadru is up coming round McPhillamy. So he's got a big enough gap now. Thomas in second. Love Rocket still holding off Dyson. In third place. There he is, fourth for Dyson, fifth for Moz. It's all still close there. Alex obviously after his spin. Looking like he's struggling a little bit now on those tyres on that Mustang. 7th for Paul, 8th for Molson. Let's go back to our leader as we watch him. We'll stay with him now as he comes down Conrod Straight for the final time here in race 1. Gets another fastest lap as well, 2:01.557 just to top it off. Through the chase into the final couple of corners. Congratulations to Wadru, race winner, race 1 here at Mount Panorama. Dominant from the start. Congratulations. Thomas coming round, we'll get our second spot. We'll be fine with that. Second place for Thomas, well done to him. Love Rocket is going to get that third place. So that's really good from him. To get a podium here at Bathurst, as I say, that's pretty good. Third for him, Dyson's going to get that fourth, just ahead of Moz in fifth. Alex then in sixth place. And then Paul will come in seventh. Molson in eighth place. Chad in ninth. Ahead of Flash Just in 10th. It's in 11th. And then Chuck didn't get another lap in, he finished in 12th. Grasshopper in 13th, Jerry in 14th. So there's your race 1 here at Bathurst. Join me again for race 2 soon. Thanks for watching and I'll see you then.